What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Nonsense Podcast. I'm Jada Anderson.
Preston Thrasher.
And today we're talking, since Week 17 just finished up in the NFL, we're talking everything that's happened in the aftermath of that and the upcoming playoff games starting with Wild Card Weekend kicking off on this Saturday. So we're going to kick it off by looking through the playoff bracket and showing our take on the main storylines. And so we'll get started with the Bills. First playoff appearance since January 8th, 2000, so following the 99 season. 18 years, almost to the day.
Yeah.
Since today's the 5th or something like that?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And, I mean, that's huge for the Bills to be able to get into the playoffs, which I predicted, proud to say.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Bills fans went crazy after Cincinnati beat Baltimore because they needed help in the playoffs. And
they also sent a letter saying to Cincinnati that they're going to send them a bunch of wings.
Nice. And they started donating to Andy Dalton's charity. I think it was well over $100,000 to this point. A lot of it were in like $17 and $18 increments because that's how many years it had been in this charity. And I mean, that's a good thing too. That's how you thank someone. So well done by the Bills fans.
And now Cincinnati needs to get rid of Dalton and bring in McCarron.
You just want to see AJ McCarron play,
I
right?
do.
I don't think McCarron is a better player than Dalton.
He's played 3 games and he went 2-1, and his one loss was to
Denver,
which his defense gave up that win.
Right, that was great. I mean, sure, McCarron took a sack at an untimely time, but it fumbled it.
Because that was the year the Broncos won it all, too.
Yeah, that Broncos defense was stifling. But yes, Bills, can you actually get on track and win a game now against Jacksonville?
Their defense.
I mean, that's going to be a tough one. Then we'll talk about Jacksonville's defense in a minute. But Bills, we don't know if Shady McCoy's going to play, ankle injury.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, so I don't know if they can hang on and win. I think
I got the Jags winning that game.
So do I.
And then we jumped down to the Chiefs-Titans game, which I had the Titans going all the way, and they're still in it.
Miraculously.
So I got the Titans winning this game.
Nice. I would like to see the Titans win that game. And I know they won in Kansas City last year, 1917. And Kansas City hasn't won a home playoff game since 1993 when Joe Montana was their quarterback. So, I mean, is this the year that the Chiefs break the curse? Or I don't know, because the Chiefs have been like iffy.
They started off hot.
Right, and
but
then
they fell off.
So like, are we gonna get those first 5 weeks Chiefs that started to come back in the final 3 or so weeks?
And those
or are we getting
5 games.
middle of the season Chiefs that were just, I don't know what was wrong with them. They couldn't sustain anything.
Mm-mm.
So we have to see what the Chiefs do there. And
Who you got winning?
I think it'll be a close one. Titans will not have DeMarco Murray playing in that game.
But they got Henry, who is
They got
fresh.
Derrick Henry.
Late in the season.
A low-scoring, tight game, but Derrick Henry's going to go off. Because Chiefs are not good against the run. Titans win.
Yeah.
So, we were talking about Jacksonville's defense earlier, and I guess we can come back to that now since we're in the AFC.
Yeah, we're still in the AFC.
Is Jacksonville's defense good enough to take them at least through the divisional round?
I think they could beat the Patriots.
You think they can beat the Patriots?
I think they could beat the Patriots with that defense. Bortles has got to actually play a good game, though. And they got Fournette, so they can rely on the run. Bortles has got to be able to pass every once in a while, though.
Right. He's got to show that he can do that.
And don't throw interceptions.
Right. But, I mean, that defense could take care of Tom Brady, I think. So, I think Jacksonville's got a good shot, whoever they face, to win. They should be in every game, at the very least. Simply because of that defense. And, I mean, Leonard Fournette just gets going. Bortles does what he needs to do. They've got a good shot at winning a lot of these games.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can handle being in such a big spot, though. That might be my only concern aside from Blake Bortles. Because Jacksonville hasn't been in the playoffs since 2007. A lot of these teams have not been in the playoffs for a while.
That's true. That's good, though.
Yeah.
Will we see the Browns in the playoffs?
No.
Ever?
No.
Within, like, the next 10 years?
No.
Yeah.
They haven't been in the playoffs since 2002, I believe. with who was that quarterback? Kelly Holcomb, I want to say. Like, nobody even knows who Kelly Holcomb is.
Mm-mm.
That's how long it's been. Like, I was barely alive. It was just like 02 season. I was like a year old.
Yeah.
A year and a half. Like, and it's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, that's the AFC. Transition to the NFC right now. Real quick.
Rams, Falcons.
Right. Todd Gurley, is he going to run through this Falcons defense, who's a top 10 defense?
Their offense has been electric as well.
Right. But, I mean,
I know you Atlanta fans are going to hate me, but I got the Rams winning.
I also have the Rams winning.
Yeah.
despite what the hat says, I don't think the Falcons will be able to slow down Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
I mean, coming off arrested Todd Gurley did not play in Week 17, and he's just that good. And my heart says I want Atlanta to win. I know they are capable. They have the pieces to do
They're
it.
so up and down.
It's just which Atlanta team are you gonna get?
Yeah.
We don't know. Nobody knows. It's mystery. It's just
Can
too
we
big of a
get
risk.
Sam Darnold in the draft? Just like move up.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, that Rams front seven really is just Aaron Donald. Falcons could have a shot if they can get the pass game going. The Rams secondary is not that great. I mean, the Falcons have Julio.
AKA get the ball to Julio.
Right. That's the game plan.
Throw it up and he'll come down.
Right. It's like every play, Julio, go deep. I don't care you in triple coverage. I'm throwing the ball to you. Just go.
They got Gabriel going down low with his speed.
And then you've got you send your running backs out as wideouts too, and Sanu out there. Every play needs to be a pass play. Get the ball out quick until you need to go deep to Julio, because that front seven,
drop back.
That front seven is coming for you. At Matt Ryan, you better be careful.
Hide your kids, hide your wife,
hide your husband, because they come for everybody.
All right, and then we got the Saints and Panthers.
And I mean,
third time playing.
Yep. And Saints won the first two matchups. They're looking for the 3-game sweep on the Panthers. I don't remember the last time that happened, but teams who won the first two games are 13-7 when playing in the third one since the year 1970, since the merger.
Which isn't a lot of differentiation.
Right. I mean, it hasn't happened all too much. We don't have much to base off. The most notable team that I think of off the top of my head is Pittsburgh in 2008, sweeping Baltimore in the 2 games in the regular season and in the championship game in 2008 en route to their Super Bowl 43 win. So, I mean, they could do it. I think the Saints are built to do it.
I think they are. I have the Saints winning because of that offense.
I mean, the only way I see Carolina winning is if Cam Newton has a flawless, and I mean absolutely flawless game. He has to be perfect in order to have a shot at winning. Now, he's got, Devin Funchess is his main wide receiver, covered by Marshawn Lattimore, Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's a tough matchup. He doesn't have any other real receivers to go to. He's got
other than McCaffrey.
Right, he's got McCaffrey's running back and Greg Olsen. And Greg Olsen's still sort of iffy off of that foot injury, and Cam Newton was not accurate, especially early on last week.
Yeah, he wasn't.
So he has to be perfect, and I don't think he will be.
Me neither. So we have all the same.
So far, we do. I think it's when we get into the next set of games, like the divisional rounds, the conference rounds, we'll see some differentiating between the two of us.
Yeah.
But, I mean, main point that probably is shaking up the entire playoff race, not just any of our picks, is the Eagles.
With wins out.
Because I think both of us had the Eagles in the Super Bowl initially.
I don't anymore. So we've already walked through all the wild card games and the potential of a divisional round.
Yeah, so I mean, so what are our divisional round matchups?
So our divisional round matchups would be Saints, Vikings, Rams, Eagles, and NFC.
No, it'd be Rams, Vikings. Because the
Rams, Vikings, Saints, Eagles.
Yeah, I guess I could have wrote that out.
All right, so Saints, Eagles. I have the Saints winning that game. I don't think the Eagles can hang.
I think so.
And then Rams, Vikings. I have the Vikings winning.
I have the Rams winning that game. Because Case Keenum, he's been consistent. And I know he'll be in Minnesota. And the Rams already lost to Minnesota earlier this season. But I think the Rams get their revenge, especially with Todd Gurley rolling now. I know Minnesota's defense is good, but Case Keenum cannot keep this up forever. And I think that divisional round, he'll be coming off a bye, and he's just, I don't know if he'll be mentally ready for this. He's never been in such a big situation.
That's true.
So I think he falters. The Rams, they're playing the Rams? Yeah, the Rams front 4, front 7.
They'll be at home, though, so.
They will be, but I think.
Which brings up another point of if they win and take it to the Super Bowl, they'll be playing in their home stadium for the Super Bowl, which will be the first time that has ever happened.
Yes. And I mean, I don't know, it's that curse. No team's done it yet.
No.
I don't think the Vikings are the ones to do it.
I don't know.
So, I put the Rams in that game.
Alright, so then we both got Saints.
Yeah, Saints beating the Eagles because Nick Foles is not enough to carry this Eagles team.
So you had the Saints for the NFC.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I had the Vikings beating the Saints. They played earlier in the year. I had the Vikings winning. So I had the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
Let's see, I've already lost my train of thought. So I've got Rams Saints for my NFC Championship.
Right.
And
you got
that game will be in LA. Yeah, I've got the Saints winning that. So I've got the Saints in the Super Bowl now.
Okay.
And we'll jump over to AFC.
Yep, so we both had the Jaguars winning and we both had the Titans winning.
Right.
So then it would be,
it'd be
Jags, Steelers,
Yeah.
Titans, Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Jags will have to beat the Steelers before they can beat the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. And Ben Roethlisberger wants a shot at the Jags. And he's hungry. And he should have Antonio Brown back healthy.
And Le'Veon.
Yeah. And, I mean, Ben threw 5 picks in that first game. But I don't think he's doing that again.
I don't know. That defense got to him, clearly.
It's going to be a tough one. But I think it's going to deal with a lot of emotion. Jacksonville with a win will be riding high. But Pittsburgh will be ready for them. And that game is at Heinz Field.
So who you got?
I got Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I have Pittsburgh winning that game too.
Jacksonville has a shot. If AB's not fully healthy or Ben is just off, and I don't think he will be.
At halftime Ben's off and Antonio Brown's not there, our pick switch.
Yeah, that's how Jacksonville wins that game. Mostly if AB's not there, but I see AB playing, even if he's 50%. That's better than most people's 110.
Yeah, that's true.
So Steelers, I got Steelers in that game.
All right, Patriots, Titans.
Pats.
I got the Titans. I really do. I think that running game. I know the Patriots defense is tough.
They've gotten tougher as the season's progressed. Yes.
I feel like this is the game that Tom gets injured.
Really?
I'm sorry.
I would put it in the next game if he was to get injured.
I think he's going to get injured. And so I think Titans will end up winning it because they don't have Garoppolo and they don't have the other kid behind him, Brissett, behind him anymore. So I got Titans Steelers in the AFC.
I've got Patriots Steelers. Steelers win against the Patriots. They're going to get their revenge. Steelers are going to be rolling after beating Jacksonville in that revenge game. And Ben's going to be on fire when he goes. He's going to storm Foxborough like Alex Smith did in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots are going to start and end their season with losses in Foxborough.
All right. I got Titans Steelers, and I got Steelers winning too. Just because they could catch fire pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Steelers, I think, are that one team you do not want to see in the playoffs, especially when they get hot.
Mm-hmm.
And Steelers can get hot just like that with AB, Juju Smith-Schuster, Le'Veon
They have
Bell.
been sleepwalking most of the season.
Yeah. Steelers are the most dangerous team, probably the most talented team.
They just waste that talent every year, and they're finally got something this year.
They do better with their talent than Atlanta. Atlanta's probably the most talented NFC team.
That's true, at least on offense.
Yes. Even on defense, Deion Jones is a speedster.
Jones is good.
He can play. Vic Beasley can play.
Trufant.
Adrian Claiborne.
Poe.
Keanu Neal. We can just go through the entire
McKinley.
defense, man.
Yeah, that's true.
But Atlanta just doesn't know how to utilize that talent on offense this year for some reason. I blame Sark. Honestly.
I would blame Sark too, after losing our national title last year, which we're going back.
Yeah, but you're going to lose to my Bulldogs.
Alright, we'll see.
Yeah, we could argue about who's going to win that
And all the
championship later.
Championship teams haven't been going to the White House because of Trump.
I'm cool with that.
I think the Bulldogs and the Elephants. The Crimson Tide. I see them both going. If they win, they would both go to the White House.
I see a few select Georgia players boycotting
Sitting
it
out.
because, I
don't think Nick will let that happen, but...
He probably wouldn't.
No.
Kirby might not either, now I think about it.
Yeah, because Kirby's been with Saban for, 10 years.
He's like a mini Saban, almost.
That'll be a great game to watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nick's never lost to his disciple.
Yeah, well, there's always a time to start losing, and I think this is going to be it.
Mm-hmm. All right, anyways.
Yeah. Where were we?
We had the Vikings and the Steelers, and you had the Rams and the Steelers.
I had the Saints and the Steelers.
Yeah, you had the Saints and the Steelers.
Right.
And
okay. So you have Vikings Steelers. Do you have winning?
I honestly, that's really hard for me. Vikings at home. Steelers on fire. Just for the sake that I'm not sure if the Steelers are actually going to make it. Because the what ifs of Antonio Brown,
you feel pretty
I got
confident
the Vikings.
about the Vikings.
Yeah, I got the Vikings.
I think if they can make it in their home stadium, then they'll probably win because they're at home.
Yeah.
But I feel like the most likely scenario, based off all the analysts, is like Vikings Patriots. That's what most people are gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if the Steelers make it in, and the Vikings are playing at home, but the Steelers travel extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
How will the stadium look? Will the Vikings take it over, or is it still going to be 50-50? Because Steelers are going to have to pay for flights and hotels, while the Vikings are already there. They just got to pay for the tickets.
Yeah, but Steelers fans show up.
I know. And they'll be back in the Super Bowl.
I've got Rams Steelers. I have Pittsburgh winning it.
You have Saints Steelers.
I mean, Saints Steelers. I still have... Forget whatever NFC team I've got, forget it, because Steelers are going to win. Again. It's going to be Steelers. Yeah.
All right.
Saints Steelers. Steelers win.
All right, well...
I guess we'll close out.
Yeah, we'll close out.
Hit us up on Twitter at nonsense_pod. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Suggest any other topics that you want us to... Or
any other drafts you think, or your own wild card projections.
I will definitely... That way we don't run anything too long.
And see how a free agency goes.
Yeah, we'll have a free agency podcast, a draft podcast, a Super Bowl podcast for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And we might...
If I'm not there.
Do a punt, pass, kick competition. Maybe.
Oh, you already know
Stay tuned for that. And we'll play for second place since he's going to win. I'll be second. So, stay tuned for that. And I think that's all. Bye.